Thanks for reminding. Okay. So please open that 08 SPR. 08 SPR. I will just recap what we are going to do now. Yesterday, we have created a forms. And in the forms, the supplier payment reminder. Assume this form is going to be submitted from my supplier. Supplier is going to submit this form. He is going to give the supplier name. He is going to give the invoice number, payment amount, and email address. And he will submit the form. As soon as you submit the form, this Power Automate will get activated. After Power Automate is activating, we are getting the details from the form. Then we have to check the condition. Yesterday, to check whether it's working fine, just we posted the message in this Teams. I don't want to post it. Actually, I want to check a condition. So either you can delete it or you can add a branch here. We can add a branch after getting the response details. Let me click on this plus symbol. I want to check a condition. What's the condition to be checked is a payment amount is greater than 50,000. So we have to check whether the payment amount is greater than 50,000. Let me do that. I'll open the flow, and you know what is the thing to be checked is controls. So let us go to controls now. Under controls, let us go for condition. Under condition, choose. How can I choose the values? You can go to the, how can I get the values here? And the values is we are getting it from the form. Where can I get that values? It will be available under the Thunderbolt. So click on the Thunderbolt. Yes, you can see the payment amount is available here. Click on the Thunderbolt and click on the payment amount. Now what I am going to check it, I am going to check whether it's greater than 50,000. It is greater than 50,000. So if it is greater than 50,000, then I have to come to this true part. Then I have to send a mail to my finance manager. To my finance manager, I want to send a mail. If it is less than 50,000, I want to send a message to my finance team. That's it. So dear finance team or dear finance manager, please review the following supplier details. Supplier name is this, payment amount is this. Okay, let me do that. So go to this condition. We have checked the condition that payment amount is greater than 50,000. If it is yes, then it will come to the true part. If it is no, it will come to the false part. If it is true, I will click on the plus symbol. I click on the plus symbol. Then I want to send a mail. Send a mail. I think I already made this send a mail as a favorites. So it's coming on the favorites. Otherwise, every time you have to search it from your search box. So I made this as favorites. So that whenever it's available, it will be on the top. So that it's easier for me to select. So which you are using more frequently, make it as favorites. So let me click on send a mail. To whom you want to send a mail. So let us give the mail ID, or I can get the mail ID. For example, I want to send two mails. One mail to my supplier itself, that I have received your mail. Your amount is more than 50,000. I want to send this to my finance manager. I can send a mail. So I want to bring that supplier email address. We got the response in this form. When I go to the form, in this form itself, you can see the supplier email ID. We have captured the supplier email ID. But instead of typing the email ID, I want that email ID should be captured here. So how can I get the email ID captured here? Unfortunately, when I click, I'm not getting the Thunderbolt here. Thunderbolt is not available. If you get the Thunderbolt, then you can click on the Thunderbolt and you can use it. But no problem. You can see on the right hand side, there is a gear symbol. If I click on the gear symbol, then you can see there is an option called as use dynamic content. So now the Thunderbolt will get activated. Now you can click here. Now you can click on the Thunderbolt. So if the Thunderbolt is not activated, by default, it should come here. If it is not coming here, you can go to this settings. Under settings, you can switch on the Thunderbolt here. By default, it will search only the user names, but I don't want the username. I want to get this from my forms itself straight away. So go to the settings. Under settings, you can use the use dynamic content. Then if I click here, you will get the Thunderbolt. Okay. But now, as of now, let us type the email ID. I'm not going to use the Thunderbolt. I'll search for the people and I'm going to type the email ID. So let me put my email address here. Assume this is the email address for my finance manager. Okay, this is the email ID of my finance manager. Now, what is the content of the mail is? Sorry. Yeah. The content subject is supplier payment reminder, and I want the supplier name here. So, supplier payment reminder, hyphen, what is the supplier name? Go to the Thunderbolt, and the supplier name, which we got it from the forms. Then the body of this message is dear finance team or finance manager. Okay, instead of finance team, I make it as finance manager here. And here supplier name. The supplier name has to be displayed here. You know how to get it. Go to the Thunderbolt and we'll put the supplier name. Then the invoice number. So I want to display the invoice number here. Thunderbolt. Invoice number. Then the payment amount. So payment amount has to be displayed here. Go to the Thunderbolt and click on the payment amount here. Here also we'll face some challenge. We'll do that. We'll solve that challenge. First we'll see how it's working here. Okay. Right. So we have drafted a message. So please review the following supplier payment details. What is the supplier? Supplier name has to be displayed. What is the invoice number? Invoice number has to be displayed. Payment amount has to be displayed. Please review the invoice and take the necessary action. Regards finance department or regards maybe our name or anything. We are sending it to the finance manager. We are sending this to my finance manager. Now you know how to copy this. Right click on this action. I want one more copy. Only thing I want to change it is, instead of finance manager, I want finance team. Instead of this email ID, I want to put some other email ID. That's what we are going to do. So let us make a right click on this. Copy the action. Instead of redoing it again, right click on this sender mail, copy the action and right click here again. I will come here and right click, paste the action. I'm pasting the action here. So the action is pasted. Only two things I want to change. It's not dear finance manager. It's a dear finance team. And I want a different ID. So let me put a different ID here. So I'm putting a different ID now. Okay. 100% will face a small challenge here. We'll see how to solve it. First we'll see what is the challenge, then we'll see how to solve it. Right. Now, what should happen is when the user is submitting the form, it should get the details. If it is more than 50,000, it should come to the true part and it should post a message to my finance manager. If it is a false, then it should post a message to my finance team. That should happen. But even though it is okay or not, it should post the message straight away in my teams. That's also we have did it. Yes or no, anything. If it is a yes or no also, no problem. Any condition, it has to post the message in my teams. That should happen by default. Okay, so let me save this. Let me save this. Now I am going to give more than 50,000 or less than 50,000 and check. So more than 50,000 means it should come to the true part. Less than 50,000 means it should come to the false part. That should happen now. So let me open that form. I will test this. I switch it on the testing for this. I switch it on the testing. Automatic. Recent, I think yesterday we did it. I don't know what is the amount I have done. I will test it manually. Manual. Test. Nothing is happening because we have to submit the form. Go to the Microsoft Forms. Preview. Supplier. Let us say the supplier name is supplier 2. I will put a name as supplier 2. What is the invoice number? Something. 1002 is my invoice number. Amount. Let us say the amount as 60,000. So I'm saying 60,000. And what's the email address? Some email address. Okay. So now we are going to submit the form. Submit. Of course, you should got a message in your Teams. That's okay. Let me check that message later. But I will go to the Power Automate. But it's showing some error. Invalid template. Process the template language. The condition at the line 0 and template language is greater than 2. Expect parameter matching type. That's a problem here. Why there is a problem? The problem is as I indicated here. Let me come to the editing. So we got a problem here under the condition. So in this instance, the condition as I indicated in Microsoft Forms. In Microsoft Forms, the payment amount which we have entered is a text. It's not a number. So we have to convert this text into a number, then we have to check it. So what we will do is go to our Power Automate, click on the condition. Under the condition, you can see here, go to the condition. Here it is, we are just getting the input and checking. So no, close this, FX, we have to go to that FX. Click on that FX because we are going to use a function FX in Power Automate. In Power Automate, if you want to convert a text into a number, we have a function called as int, integer. We have a function called as int, integer. This int will convert your text into a number. If it is not a decimal, if it is a very lesser value, maybe 1 lakh, 2 lakh, you can do it. Suppose if it is a million, billion, trillions, then if it is having some decimal value, then we cannot use int. We have to use one more thing called as float. Float is the higher value. Million, billion, trillions means you have to go for float. I think lakhs, that's okay. Lakhs we can go for int. And if you don't have the decimal value, you can go for int. But if you have the decimal values, then better to go for float. Okay. So I think I don't have a decimal value. So let us go for int. So click on FX and go to int, int, bracket open, int, bracket open. Inside this, you have to put that payment amount. Inside this, you have to insert the payment amount here. Int. Now, let me go to the dynamic content. Yes, payment amount. It says something like get response details body. That's okay. That's okay. That's automatically, that's a coding created by Power Automate. Int, open bracket, that payment amount, the dynamic content, and you have to select the payment amount. Now, let us say add. This formula has to be added here. I click on add. Yes. Now it was added. Now it's added here. Let me save this. I will show you the formula again. First, let me check this. And if possible, I will repeat it again also. I'm saving this condition. Yes? No, conditions checked only here. One area we are checking it. If it is okay, it will come here. It is not okay, it will go here. False, we don't want to do anything. Now, test it. Maybe let me test with the earlier form submitted. Last one we have submitted the form, right? I will check with that instead of once again submitting the form. Automatic, most recently used trigger. That's the last trigger which was failed 4 minutes before. I will check with that. So, let us check this. Failed 4 minutes before. Now I test it. Now it's working perfect. Now no errors. It should have sent a mail to my finance manager. It should have sent a mail to my finance manager. I didn't count it. மூணு பேர் வந்தோன்னு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். Yes. Yeah. I got a mail. Dear finance manager, please review the following supplier details, supplier name, supplier 2000. Is my invoice 60,000. So this is a small challenge when you are getting the data from some external tools. Edit. Go to the condition. Here on the condition you have to click here and you have to use this function called as int. You have to use this function int. Okay. Done? Got it? I thought of asking you to do. You asked me. Okay. Right. How can I turn this to a currency for, not here. Here we are not going to display currency. Currency to be displayed in the mail content. Correct? In the mail content only we are going to display the currency. So, let us go to the email content here. This payment amount as indicated, as he has said, when I go to the mail and I check the mail, you can see the currency payment is just showing 60,000. But I want my currency symbol, rupee symbol 60, comma. I want the currency symbol to be displayed in the mail content. So let us go to the mail content, click on this true part and come to this mail content and remove this payment amount. This payment amount, we have to remove it. So let us remove this. Click here. FX. Actually, you have to do two things here. FX. First, what you do is INT. Int. Open bracket. Int. Open bracket. Dynamic content. Payment amount. So, first what this int will do is, int will convert that payment amount into a number. Now, before the int, you have to go before this int, before the int. Could you tell me what is the formula for converting a date or number into a number format? Proper number, I want currency format, anything, what is the formula? Format number. Very good. Format number, open bracket. Don't delete that int, and sometimes unfortunately int will get deleted. That's why I have given a space and I did it. Format number, open bracket, close bracket, I will close it at the last. Actually, format number, open bracket, you have to close only at the last. If it is closed, please delete it. Format number, come to the last, comma, single quote, C. C is for currency. One more comma, single quote, EN hyphen IN, close bracket. You can start with format number itself first. First we can start with a number format also first. So two formulas, function inside a function. Format number, int. Format number, under format number, I am using int. If you want, I can repeat it again also. First let me check whether it's working. If it is working, I will repeat it again. So add it. I click on add. Now let me test this form. Save it and I test it. Test it with the last input itself. Last flow. I will check it to the last triggering. Test automatic with the recent used trigger. Test it. Test. Yes. Now if I open a mail and I check the mail, I think it's on the way. So you will get that comma separators here also. taking some time. Yes. We got the currency format here. What I did is gone to this. Maybe I will do this for the false part also. False part email address, I will do that. Select the email content. Sorry, edit the flow. Go to the edit flow. Select the email content. And payment amount, you have something, delete it. Click here. FX. Format number. Open bracket. Sorry. Open bracket. Int. One more function, that is int open bracket. Format number open bracket. Int open bracket. Dynamic content. Inside it put the payment amount. Before the last bracket. But this second bracket, the last but one bracket is closed for the int. The last bracket is closed for the format number. So come before the last bracket, comma, double quotes, sorry, single quote, C for currency, comma, single quote, EN hyphen IN. EN hyphen IN. Right. Add it. I'll finish it and I'll come. This part I will check this and I will come.
So can you go to the form?
Or else, you want to see the formula? I will run it and I will check and I will show you the formula. Let me run one small thing here, one form here. Supplier tree, invoice number, invoice amount maybe less than 50,000, email address, submit. Yes, you can see I got this here, comma. I will show you the formula. Edit and select the email content and click on the payment amount and click on the formula. So this is the formula. Yes.
The file is there. Already you have submitted the form.
Yes.
Actually, we should not enter. Supplier should enter. We are checking for a thing we are using. Show me that. Here, why you format number? Here, no need for checking the condition, no need for format. You are just use hint. Checking the condition, no need to format. Format number is for displaying the currency during the mail. Check with the earlier no need for submitting. I'll go to the send items. Chat we need to the permission. Go to the mail and check. Go to the send items. Send items.
Okay, excellent. Now I am saving this. I did this condition in two things. One is, while if it is more than 50,000 one mail, less than 50,000 another mail. Okay, and you can save this in an Excel file. That all you will try, because when the user is submitting, I want this data to be saved in my Excel data, SharePoint data. Also, you can try that. Yesterday we did it. You can do the same thing, but I want you to try one more here. So this is what we did in the last session. So now what I want you to try here is, maybe this part I did it, flow with the form. Maybe this one I want you to try. So flow with Microsoft form, customer warranty claim automation. So customer is going to claim for a warranty. For that, we are going to do automation flow. So first, you have to create business scenario. Company receives the vehicle warranty claim from a dealer across India. Currently, the claim was sent through mail, leading to delay in approval and escalation. Company wants to automate the process using two things. As of now, they are sending it as a mail, all my customers. But we have to make it as forms and Power Automate. So you have to create a form. Here, the challenge is, here we have two conditions. That's the challenge. This is what I want you to try. Dealer name, email address, vehicle number. What is the vehicle number? What is the repair cost? What is the vehicle downtime? So you have to get this input through a forms. First, design a form. You have to design a form with this five columns. One is dealer name, email address, vehicle number, repair cost, and vehicle downtime. Then you have to check if the repair cost is more than 50,000. Send the approval mail to my warranty manager. You have to send the approval mail to the warranty manager. And remember, first, if it is more than 50,000, I have to send a reminder mail to my warranty manager. And one more condition you have to check, if the vehicle downtime is more than 3 hours. If the vehicle is more than 3 hours, then I have to send a mail to my service department. Else, if it is not more than 50,000, if it is not more than 3, I have to send a mail to my customer that your warranty claim was received successfully. That's all. So you have to do 3 things. 3 conditions has to be checked. Yes. That's what here it's both. More than 50,000 and that's what I want you to check. If it is more than 50,000, condition, and if it is more than, if both are, then I want to send. If it is only 50,000, I want to send it to warranty manager. If it is 50,000 and downtime is 3, I want to send this mail to my service department. If both are okay, I want to send it to my service department. 50,000 as well as and. If and, it's not or. If both the conditions are okay. 50,000, I will send a mail. 50,000 and downtime is 3, more than 3 hours, I want to send the mail to my service department. Third one, if nothing, it's not more than 50,000, it's not more than 3, then you have to send the loop. You have to create this loop. How you are going to create a loop? You decide. First, create a forms. Based on the forms, check the conditions. Yeah, sorry. So first one is create a form. A customer warranty claim, you have to create a form. First is on the left hand side the form fields, right hand side the conditions. Try. Please try. Because if you are facing the hurdles, I will help you. But please try. First create a form. Customer warranty claim automation. That's a form name. What are all the fields is dealer name is the field. Email ID is the field. A dealer name or customer name, whatever it is. And email address, vehicle number, repair cost. And downtime, yes.
In forms we get, if we click that 3 dots, there is restriction. So can you put the restriction on
Means?
repair cost, like restriction only numbers?
But still you have to convert it as a int one. Whatever you do, it will be converted as a text there. You have to put a int. Excel also the cell will be in number, but still when he comes here, it has to be int. When you are coming from external data source. Inside Power Automate, no problem. Yesterday we did it. Straight away numbers. That's not a problem. But when you are getting it from Excel, some other source, you have to convert it as int. Please try. Maybe 10 minutes maximum. Five fields. First field is a name. Second field is a email address. Third field is a vehicle name. Fourth field is a repair cost. Fifth field is a vehicle downtime. First condition is repair cost is more than 15,000. Send a mail to my warranty manager. And if the vehicle downtime is more than 3, and remember it's and, it's not or, it's and. So if both the conditions are satisfied, then we have to send a mail to service department. If nothing, no condition is satisfied, then warranty approval is done. Yes, please. Of course, you have to use if condition. How to use this? Yesterday we have seen about that nested if, one if and said that another if. But where to use? How to use? That's a challenge. Yeah, it's automated mail whenever the user is submitting a form. Just a minute, sir. First, create a form, sir. Microsoft Forms. After finishing this, we'll see about Excel files. Hope all are trying. Yes. Form ready பண்ணீங்களா? இங்க வந்து நீங்க form எல்லாமே என்ட்ரி தான். செலக்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க.
Extra now. Texting bola எல்லாரும் ஆப்ஷன் பண்ணலாம். அதே பண்ணு. Other conditions. That is not conditional. Other way false. First either check just to think
Yes, I don't know whether everyone has got the solution. Let me try here. First, I will create the forms. Let me go to Microsoft Forms first. So forms, I am going to create a new form here. So let us create a new form. What's the name of the form is? A customer warranty claim. So I am going to give a name as customer warranty claim. That's the name of that form. Yes. It has turned into a text. Okay. Customer warranty claim. Yes. This is my form name. Click on the plus. First, what I want is not the choice. It should be a text. First is the name. Name, the customer name or a dealer name. Next is the email address. Text. That's an email address here. Email ID. And I will make everything as required because it has to be entered. It's mandatory. Required. So we have entered email address. Next one is vehicle number. That's also a text. Vehicle number. Add another question. What's the next one is repair cost. So text again. Repair cost. Add a question again. Next one is downtime. Downtime in hours. Okay. So we have added 5 questions here. We added the 5 questions here. We have created a form. Name, customer name, email address, vehicle number, repair cost, and vehicle number, repair cost, and downtime hours. Correct. That's it. Now Let me go back to Power Automate. You can check it just by clicking on preview. This is how it will look like. It's not required to check and it's not required to submit now because we'll do that after creating the flow. So let me go to Power Automate. I'm going to create a new flow. Create. So which flow has to be done here? Automated or instant or schedule? Automated. You can see it's automatically shown here. First one is your flow. This flow is, I forgot number, 10. 10. What is the customer warranty? Warranty claim. Right. When the new form is submitted. When the new form is submitted, create. So it says invalid connection because we didn't select the form. Click here and we have to pick up that form. I think this is the customer warranty claim. I have two names. Customer warranty claim. That's my form name. Once again, I click here. One more thing you have to do here. What is another thing to be done? Get a response. Yeah, get response details. So what is the form name? Customer warranty claim. What is the response ID? Go to the Thunderbolt. Click on that response ID. Okay. Now, click on the plus symbol. Controls. Control is condition. Now tell me, how can I check the condition straight away here? FX, you have to click on FX. Format number is not required here. Format number is just for displaying. Int, open bracket, dynamic content and prepare cost. Add should be greater than 15,000. If it is more than 15,000, I want to send a mail to my warranty manager. So we have to send a mail to my warranty manager. Okay. So if it is true, it will come here. True part. So let us go to the true part and I click it here. Send a mail to my warranty manager. I think I didn't copy my email address. If I copy it, no need for typing it every time. Okay, now I will copy. I don't know whether I opened that Windows V. Yes, yeah, Windows V is there. Now I will copy this so that no need for multiple time I'm pasting it. So this is to my subject is customer. That's also I have already copied. Windows V, customer warranty claim. This is, I'm sending this to my warranty manager. Just for my understanding, I'm just putting it here on my subject itself. Warranty manager. I'm sending, just I will send, content will decide it later. So this I'm sending into my warranty manager. So if it is more than 15,000, it will send a mail to my warranty manager. That's okay, that's fine, that we did. So more than 15,000, it will send the mail to warranty. One more thing they have to check. If it is more than 50,000, it has to send the mail to warranty manager. And if the vehicle downtime is more than, I think 3 days, I think I have given hours there. 3, it should be days. In the forms I have given hours, so actually it should be days. I have wrongly entered as hours, it should be days. Okay, it should be 3 days. If it is more than 3 days, so what we will do is, if this condition is satisfied, it will come to the true part and it will send a mail. And you can see there is one more plus available here. Click on this plus. Click on the plus. Control. So let us go to the control now. I'll click on the control now, condition. Click here, fx, int, int, because that downtime period is also in text. It has to be converted into a number. Dynamic content, downtime, vehicle downtime, int vehicle downtime. So int vehicle downtime. Yes, I think this is some other form. Okay, anyway, it's fine. Vehicle downtime. Right. So then what will happen now is it will come here. First it will check whether your repair cost is more than 15,000. It will send a mail to my warranty manager. Then it will come here. It will check whether the downtime is more than 3 days. Then it will send a mail to my service team. It will send a mail to my service team. So service team will get a mail if it is more than 15,000 and the downtime is more than 3. Then only they will get the message here. Otherwise they will not get a message. So let us click on the plus symbol again. I'll send a mail to my service team. This is the mail which I am going to send it to my service team. So this mail is to my service team. Just for my reference, I'm just putting it as service team on my subject as well as on the message body. I'm putting it as a service team. Right. But in my thing, what they asked is if it is more than 50,000 and more than 3, more than 50,000, send a mail to warranty manager. More than 50,000, more than 3, send a mail to service. If it is less than 3, less than 50,000, they didn't say anything. If it is less than 50,000 or if it is less than 3, if it is more than 50,000, less than 3 means you have to do here. More than 50,000, it will come here. Then it will check the downtime is more than 3. If downtime is less than 3, what has to be done? Nothing. I don't want to do anything here. Finally, if it is not more than 50,000, if it is not more than, they didn't give a condition for it. Send a mail to my customer warranty claim. The customer warranty claim is received. Send a mail to my customer itself straight away. So final one is I have to send a mail to my customer. This part, if it is not more than 50,000, less than 50,000 means warranty claim is received. So let me click here. Let me click on the false part. So I click on the false part here. I click on the false part. So now we are going to send a mail to my customer itself straight away. But how can I get the customer email address here? Go to that gear symbol settings. Use dynamic content. Thunderbolt. You can see your customer email address should be here. So we got this email address. Customer email address. Warranty claim is submitted successfully. Just I'm sending the message to my customer itself or the vendor or the dealer itself straight away. Looping. First condition is okay. Yesterday we did first condition is not okay. We checked one more condition here. First condition is okay. Also we are checking another conditions here. If within if. Okay also another if. Not okay also you can use one more if also. Okay. Yes. Or I will go. Here I have checked int, correct. Let me check it and I will come back here. And I think this is not the form. I have 2 customer warranty form. Already, yes, last batch I think I have created one more customer warranty form. That form only I have linked it now. So what's the dealer name? Just I will type something here. Preview. Some dealer name. Something. What is the email address? Some email address. So I'm typing some email address here. Okay, vehicle number, something. Repair cost. Let me check both the condition. My repair cost is more than 25,000 and downtime is 5 days. So it should check 2 loops. It should send 2 mails now. One mail it has to send it to the warranty manager. Second mail is it has to send to the 2 mails has to be sent now. Because I have checked 2 conditions here. 2 conditions. One is more than 15,000 I have given, that is 25,000. Downtime I have given it as 5, more than 3. So both the condition has to be satisfied. Don't know whether I saved it. Save. And I test this. Go to that form and I submit the form. So it will check 2 conditions. Sorry, my small mistake, very small, but it's a bigger one. Actually, I should have checked for greater than 15,000. I checked with equal to, so it should be greater. So it should be greater than 15,000, one condition. Second condition is, this second one is it should be greater than 3. Here also I have selected equal to 3. So it should be greater than. Value also I didn't. Greater than 3. Okay. So greater than 3. A small mistake. Not a small mistake. Unknowingly I missed it. Now let me test with the last one itself. Yes, you can see I would have received 2 messages.
But is there, when there is a problem in the yield. Live test பண்றோம். Thing is satisfied. He is not ready vessels. Any other vessels which is greater than which is not it is less than forget about greater than 500. Write your ID manually and solve it. What is your tell me the condition? Greater than 3,000, what it should do? It should come here, right? No, greater than 15,000, greater than 300. Given the int and greater than submit a form. So it should go to then 2 minutes. Right? What is the mail ID? How are your IDs? Okay. Before the break, we'll try to complete one. Maybe, sorry, not this, sorry. Save and close, and I come back to the main screen. I'll back to the main screen here. Sorry, I didn't save it. We'll try one here, the next one. Okay, I think this part we did it. Flow with the Microsoft Forms and task. Next one, we are going to create a flow. Get a data from an Excel. So we are going to get a data from Excel. Using the Power Automate, read the data from the Excel. Vehicle maintenance service request from Excel table. There is an Excel table available, vehicle maintenance service. Data is now available in Excel table. Last session we have seen the data is available in Forms. Now it's available in Excel table. We have to scan through the Excel table. If the vehicle maintenance is delayed, if it is delayed, I want to send a mail to my supervisor. Vehicle maintenance delayed. This is my vehicle number. Dear supervisor, following vehicle maintenance delayed. Please review and take action against it. Okay. So which is that Excel file? Yesterday, I think you would have received a mail. You would have received a mail. In a mail, you would have received a file, the exercise file. There is an exercise file available. I think Power Automate exercise August 2026. There is a Excel exercise file. So there is a Excel exercise file. Please open that Excel exercise file. You download it and put it into a particular folder, OneDrive. Yesterday, I think it's available on in your Teams invite. It should be there. So I'm putting this in a particular folder. That file, Power Automate exercise August 2026. Open the file. Maybe for next few minutes or few hours, we are going to work on this file. The first one is, you can see vehicle maintenance service request, production output monitoring, facility maintenance request, inventory service stock request level monitoring, remainder tracker, and employee data. So all this file we are going to use. Let us start with the first one. Okay. Here we have to check a vehicle maintenance service. So here, wherever my vehicle is delayed, if the vehicle maintenance is delayed, then I want to send a mail to my particular technician, or I want to send a mail to someone else. Same thing, maybe in the production output monitoring also we are going to do the same thing. Maybe for the facility maintenance also we'll do same thing. We'll do one by one. First, let us see how to get one row and multiple. Here we have only one delayed. There may be multiple delay. Maybe I want to take a particular technician. For example, I want to take this only for Prakash, or I want to take only for Karthik. I want to take only for Arvind. So you can take one technician and check whether the status is delayed, and I want to send a mail. If it is not delayed, nothing. So, but here when I go to the facility maintenance, there will be multiple items are in progress, multiple items are in open, multiple items are resolved. So multiple items. First, let us see how to get one data, then I will see how to get multiple data. First one data, then multiple data. So before getting this data into Power Automate, what to be done here? Very good. Format as a dynamic table. Excellent. What we did yesterday. Control T, Control L. Place the cursor on the table. Control T, Control L. Now I am going to take the technician as my input. Based on the technician, I want to check whether this technician is done it or delayed. Based on the technician, I want to do a status. So as of now, multiple will check in the next session. So Control T, Control L, and OK. What is the name of the table? Let us give some meaningful name. This is a, let us say TBL VMS, Vehicle Maintenance Service. Just for my convenience, I am giving some simple meaningful name. TBL VMS, Vehicle Maintenance Service. Right? That's it. And it's always better to close that file. That file has to be closed. So better to close the file. Save and close. I'm closing the file. Let me go to Power Automate again. I close the file and go to Power Automate. Create. Which one? Actually, this I want every day morning. Every day morning that Excel file has to be opened and it should scan through my document and it should say whether it's delayed, we have to send a mail. But as of now, we cannot do it. So as of now, let us do this manual triggering because we cannot wait a morning or anything. So as of now, we'll do the manual triggering. Later, we can make this as auto triggering also. As of now, I'll go with manual triggering. Instant cloud flow. 11. VMS, Vehicle Maintenance Service. Maybe for my understanding, just I'm giving from Excel row. Table we'll see later. Excel row or Excel data. So manual trigger. So we are given a name for a flow. create, go to the plus symbol again, go to the plus symbol. I think yesterday also we used this controls, that is Excel online. Yesterday we have posted the data, now we are going to get the data. Okay, Excel online. In Excel online, add a key column to the table, run a script, get the table, get the worksheet, create a table, add a row into table. That's what we did yesterday. So here, see more. We are not going to add the row. We are going to, yes, we are going to get a row. But there is one more option available which we will explore in another few minutes. List rows. List rows present in a table. Multiple rows. That we will see it in another few minutes. Get us say get row. If you are using SharePoint, it's get details. Here it get row. In SharePoint, it's get details. So let us go for this get row. And once again, it will ask for your, sorry, for me I have to change the connection. Once again, it will ask for your path. OneDrive, yesterday I think you remember we did this OneDrive business. Next one is OneDrive. I think we have to do it for a technician. Technician name I didn't get an input. We'll do it later. First we'll finish out this. Then what is the file? OneDrive for business. OneDrive. And click on the open folder. My folder name is Power Automate. Under Power Automate, August 2026. Under this is the file. Power Automate Exercise 2026. That's a file. Exercise 2026. Yes. So we have selected that file. Then what's the table name? My table name is TBL VMS. Key column. Now which column you want to check it? As I told, now I am going to take the technician name as the column. Technician name as the column. So the key column, when I click it, the key column, when I click on the key column, you can see that what are all the columns available here that is displayed. Let me take the technician name. Technician. What is the key value? If you want to check the value, for example, if you want to check for a particular technician, you can type the technician name here. If you want to check it for the particular technician, you can type the name. But I think it's better, instead of typing the particular technician name, I can get it. Because I want, today I may check it for a particular technician, tomorrow I may check it for some other technician. So today I will check it for Rajesh, tomorrow I will check it for Karthik, tomorrow I will check it for Arvind. So based on the input, for example, today I think Prakash is only having the delayed. Scan through the entire document, which we'll see it in another few minutes. This will get only a single row. It will get only a single row now. Multiple rows, we are going to say it in the next session. This technician name, instead of typing, for example, Prakash. So I have to type Prakash here. Instead of typing the Prakash, I will get that name of the Prakash from the user. Could you tell me how can I get the name of that Prakash, get the name of the technician from the user? How do we do it? Click on the first one. Manual trigger, dynamic content, but we didn't create the dynamic content. Okay, manual trigger a flow, add a input text. What is the input name is? Maybe technician name. Name. So you can manually give the input, or instead of manually giving the input Prakash, it will be hard coded. But here, based on the input user is giving, Prakash means it will send a mail to Prakash or whatever the person we are selecting. Then, come to get row again. Here, the key column is technician. Key value. What is the key value? Click on that key value. Thunderbolt. See more. That name, technician name. Okay. And one more thing, please verify. Sometimes it may throw a, anyway we are not going to get anything. Assume that I want to display the date or anything from this Excel table. Excel table, assume that what is the due date. I want to say the expected date, expected completed date. This date also I want to display in that mail means. Please verify. Click on the advanced. When I see this advanced parameter, sorry. When I see the advanced parameter, under the advanced parameter, sorry. Escape key. Okay. So when I click here, there will be an advanced parameter. See that advanced parameter, it will be like this, show all. Under the show all, please verify this date and time should be as per ISO format. Sometimes if the date and time is not an ISO format, it may throw an error also. So please be careful on it. So let us make this as ISO 8601 format. I've seen sometimes, because when you are fetching the date from Excel, there are some dates. Inbuilt Excel date is okay. When you are getting the data from Excel, some date format, then it may throw an error here. So better to make it as ISO format. Right. Now we are getting this row, manual triggering, and using the manual trigger, we are getting the technician name, and then it will go to the Excel. Which Excel file, which is the table, which is the key column is technician, key value is the technician name. Sensitivity label is not required now. We'll see time permits, we'll see what is the sensitivity label. And this date and time should be ISO 8601 format. Now what I want to do is, I want to check if this, which one? What is the column? If this status column is delayed, if the status column is delayed, I want to send a mail. I want to send a mail to my supervisor or someone else. This technician material has been delayed. Take action against it. So, click on the plus symbol again. So, what's the next one? No. You should not straight away send a mail. You have to check the condition. Controls. Condition. What is the condition? Is Thunderbolt? Which one?
Expected completion.
Oh. Status. Status. If the status is delayed, if the status is delayed, if the status is delayed, it didn't complete the work, he has delayed the activity. If it is delayed, okay, if the status is delayed, I think no need for formatting here. It's a text already. If it is a number only, we have to change it to int. I think it's a text. No need for changing into int. So if it is delayed, then it will come to the true part here. It will come to the true part. So true part, click on expand the true part, plus send a mail. I'm going to send a mail to my supervisor. Subject, maybe the Thunderbolt. Vehicle number is delayed. Some body, I think, what is the body text? Vehicle maintenance delayed. Vehicle number, dear supervisor, following vehicle is delayed. Take action against it. So let me put something here. I'm just copying and I am putting a message here. Yes, dear supervisor, the vehicle maintenance is, the following vehicle maintenance is delayed. What is the request ID? What is the vehicle name? So let us put a vehicle name here. Vehicle name, number, sorry. Vehicle number. Thunderbolt. vehicle number. And maybe the technician name. I want to put the technician name also, who has delayed it. Thunderbolt. Technician name. Okay, like this, whatever you want to add, you can add it here. If it is delayed, I want to send a mail. If it is not delayed, if it is on progress, nothing to be done. I don't want to do anything here. If it is on progress, if it is completed, nothing can be done. No need to do anything here. So as I told, as of now, we are going to check with the single row. In another few minutes, we'll see how to check with the multiple rows also. So this is get a row, not get a table. This is get a row. It will get only one row at a time. Now let me save this. Let me save this. And I run the form now. Test it. I am going to test this. Click on test. Manual test. It will ask for the technician name. Technician name is Prakash. If it is Prakash, I think Prakash, it's delayed, it will send a mail. If you give other technician name, no, it will not send a mail because it's what's not delayed. Let me first check with the Prakash. So I'm just typing Prakash. I hope the spelling is correct. Otherwise, you can put a drop down and you can select it also. So run a form. So it will scan through that Excel file. It will open that Excel file. It will have scanned through that Excel file and it would have sent a mail. It's taking some time. I think, yes. Yeah. So the vehicle name is on the top. This vehicle is delayed. Dear supervisor, following vehicle maintenance request is delayed. The vehicle number is this. Name of the technician is Prakash. So now we got the input from Excel. We got an input from Excel. Based on the Excel input, we have checked some condition. Multiple condition, we are going to check it in another few minutes. Suppose if I check for other person, maybe if I say Rajesh, it will not send a mail. If I check it for Sendil, it will not send a mail. For example, Sendil, his vehicle is also delayed. Just for checking, I am doing it. For Sendil, I am saying delayed. The status is delayed. So let me test it for Sendil. Yes. It would have sent a mail also again. Yes. If it is delayed, it will send a mail. So as I indicated, we are going to check with multiple items here. In the next session, we are going to check with multiple items. Here, only one is okay. It is checking two. It is taking the technician. Under technician, it is checking the status. But as I told, sometimes multiple items will be here. So many status are open. Wherever the status is open, I want to send a mail. If still the status is open, in progress, leave it. Wherever it's open, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multiple open. Maybe from any employee, maybe from any department, I want to send a mail. Maybe 6 open means 6 mails. Same like inventory. Wherever the stock is lesser than the current stock, I want to send a mail. So which are all the items are lesser than the current stock, lesser than the minimum stock, I want to send a mail. Reminder. For example, this file should be opened every day morning and it should check. We have a reminder today, 20th August. Yes, 20th August, I think we have to do the fire extinguishing inspection. It has to be done today. So this mail has to be done. If the date and today's date is matching, then send a mail. Same for employee data. Who is having a birthday today, we have to send a mail. So these are all the things which we are going to do after this. Okay? Done? Until now? Yes. So shall we go for a break? Yes, please save this file. And we'll take a break now. I am pausing the video recording. Please remind me. Now. Yes, please. I believe we can go ahead. Now, what I want you to try is, maybe I want you all to try this part. Yes. Yeah? Shall we move on? So now I want you to do this. Production variance alert. So this part I want you to try, then we'll see how to get the table from Excel. That's what we are going to see it in our next session. Flow with the get data from Excel. So production variance alert. So you are going to create, the task is create a Power Automate flow to read the production output monitoring in the Excel table. If the variance is lesser than 0, automatically send a mail to the supervisor. So there is a table called as production output monitoring. Just now I opened that Excel file. The second sheet, first sheet we did it already. Second sheet, production output monitoring. Here, wherever the variance is lesser than 0, maybe this table is too small, but you can try that. So based on the machine input, if I give the machine input assembly line 1, it should check whether the assembly line 1 is lesser than 0, then send a mail to my supervisor. So your variance is negative, send a mail to that. If it is positive, nothing. So I want you to create a flow, get the data from this Excel table. From this Excel table, get the data. And the input can be machine name. The machine name is my input. And the condition is the variance. The variance should be less than 0. If the variance is less than 0, send a mail. Yes. Try this. I think it's very simple. Simple flow. First, convert this table into a dynamic table. Then get the input as a machine name. Machine name is my input. And the condition is the variance should be lesser than 0. If the variance is lesser than 0, then send a mail. Greater than 0, nothing. Because the target, we achieved the target. We are not lesser than our target. Okay. Please. Try this. Maybe 5 minutes you can try this. Then we'll see how to use the Excel table in the next one. So create a flow. I'm saying create a flow. Get the data from this Excel file. Create a flow. So you are going to create a flow. So get the data from this file, production output. Get it from Excel. The input can be machine name. Input is machine name. The condition is if variance, if the variance is greater than, less than. If variance is less than 0, then send a mail. Send a mail to the supervisor. That your variance, the actual, you didn't achieve the target. You are lesser than the target. The target is 700, but you achieved only 690. The gap is 90. Your variance is 90, lesser than the target. So we have actual production and we have target production. Comparing that, we have a column called as variance. So you have to check whether this variance is less than 0, then send a mail. I think you can do it. But remember, the variance is a number. But you are getting the output from the external data. How do we check it? Last session, if it is delayed, we have sent a mail. But here it's not delayed, it's a number. Greater than 0, we have to send a mail. If it is greater than 0. Try. Please try. As of now, go with yes. As of now, go with the manual triggering. Every day morning it has to open and it has to check. That we'll do it later. That we can auto triggering, we'll do it later. Now, as of now, go with the manual trigger. Manual trigger. Yes, please. Create a manual trigger. Create a flow. Get the data from this Excel file. The file name is production output monitoring. Input is machine name. If the variance is less than 0, send a mail. More than 0, nothing. If it is more than 0, nothing to be done. Yeah. Try. I'll wait for another 2 or 3 minutes. Yes, please. Less than 0, yes. If the variance is less than 0, you have to send a mail. Key column is mission. Yes. Get row. Ask what we do. Get table. This is the table I will tell you. Get table. Drop down. You can list out the mission names. 3 dot. Assembly line 1. Copy and paste. Key value you have to get the input, no? Mission. Key column also. Key column is from Excel. Mission name is what we are going to enter. Yes, done. So indicated before the lunch break, we have to complete this Excel concept. Another 2 minutes. Okay. So I am going to try this. First convert this table into a dynamic table. Control T, Control L. Say OK. Let us give some name. TBL, maybe production output monitoring, POM. I'm giving a shorter form. Production output monitoring, POM. That's the name of the form. Yes. Now I close this, Control S, Control W for closing this file. Come to Power Automate. Create, let us say the instant cloud flow. I believe this is 12. POM. Manual trigger. I think it can be done automated, but manual trigger as of now. Go to create. And in the manual trigger, first I will create the machine name as an input. So click on this manual trigger a flow. Add a input. It can be a text. Machine name. Machine name is my text. And what is that machine name? Instead of typing, I can type it, but better I will copy that because I may make a spelling mistake. This assembly line 1. So I am going to put it as a drop down so that it's easy. The user, even user will not make a mistake. So how can I make it as drop down? 3 dot drop down list. So here first option I will press Control V. Second option Control V, assembly line 2. Control V, assembly line 3. Control V, assembly line 4. Control V, assembly line 5. I don't know how many are there. I have given till 5. Okay. So we have created a input parameters, machine name, and in a drop down I am displaying the machine name. That's it. Next, click outside, plus symbol, get a row. We have to get a row from Excel. Get a row. Yes, you can see Bix online, Excel online. Get a row. Yes, the connector, and then I will select the folder OneDrive Business. OneDrive again. File name, let us go to that open folder and I select the file name. It's under Power Automate. It's August 2026. Power Automate exercise August 2026. What is the table name? The table name is TBL POM. Key column is machine name. Key values, the value which we are getting it from a drop down. Go to Thunderbolt and see more, machine name. One more thing, please verify when you are getting the data from external source. Actually here we are not getting any dates. We are not getting any dates, but still sometimes when you are getting some dates also, better to go to show all and make it as ISO standard, ISO 8601. Otherwise, when you are getting some date, it may throw some error. But here, unfortunately, we are not getting a date, but it's a better practice. When you are getting some external data, always make it as date and time format. Because next session, we are going to use some dates. Yes. Then, go to the plus C here. Condition. Condition. Now tell me what is the condition we have to check here. Oh no, machine name I have given as an input. The condition is less than 0. Variance should be less than 0. Can I use the variance straight away here? So go to FX. Very good. Go to FX. INT. Open bracket. Dynamic content and select the variance here. Select the variance. So convert it as an integer. Please convert it as an integer. Since it's a number, getting it from external source, it's always better to convert it as an integer. How we did it in the forms, it may not give you the right output. So add. So we are given the condition. If it is more than integer is lesser, not equal to, it should be less than 0. So we didn't achieve the target. That machine we didn't achieve the target. Less than 0. Then go to the true part. Send an email. or you can post a message also. That's your wish. I'm sending an email now. ID. And what could be the content? Subject is production variance alert. Production variance alert is the subject. I want to display the mission name here. Thunderbolt mission name. Some message. Dear supervisor, the production is below target for this particular mission. Please review and take action. Okay. Below the target for the which mission? Thunderbolt, the mission name. What is the actual target? What is the actual production? And what is the variance also? May the target value, I will get it from the Thunderbolt again. Actual value also you can get it from the Thunderbolt. The target value, Thunderbolt, the target production. Actual value is my actual production. Thunderbolt, actual production. Variance. What is the variance? Thunderbolt again. Variance. Yes. If it is lesser than my target, my production is lesser than my target production, then we are sending a mail to my supervisor. In this mission, we are lesser than our target. Yes. You can put this to, instead of two address, you can put that supervisor email address itself here. But there is no meaningful email address. That's why I'm using my address itself as of now. In Excel file, we don't have that meaningful email address. As of now, I'm putting my email address here. Save it. It's not required your Excel has to be opened. It's not required your system has to be opened. But as of now, you have to give an input. But automatically the input can be given. That we'll see it in the next one. Test. Manual. I don't know which mission is having lesser than the target. Can you tell me which mission name?
Mission
5, yeah? 4. 4 or 5? 4. So assembly line 4. That's a mission name. Run a flow. Yes. Let me check whether it has sent a mail. Yeah, I will receive the mail now. It's taking some time. Yeah. So production variance alert. Dear supervisor, production is below the target for the assembly line 4. Target is 700, actual is 610, the variance is 90. Please review and take an action. Simple. Right? Only difference between the last flow and this flow is, last flow we have checked with the text delayed. Here we have checked with the number. That's the only thing. Int. The next one. Next one which we are going to try is create a Power Automate flow to read the facility request Excel table. So we are going to read the entire table. If the status is open, automatically send an email to the respective facility team. Open the facility maintenance request ID. Dear facility team, new maintenance request is currently open. What is the request ID? What is the issue status? What is the location? Who is requested it? What is the request date? So the next file, the same exercise Excel. If I open the same Excel file again, I'll open the same Excel file, Power Automate exercise. As of now, we are checking with one value. Let us go to the facility maintenance request. Here I can see the table is little bit bigger. We are around more than 30 rows. Here we have to check the status, not for a particular employee, not for the particular department. I have to scan through the entire file. And wherever my status is still open, it is resolved, okay, no problem. If it is in progress, no problem. Wherever my status is open, you can see one here the status is still open. Here we can see open. Here we can see open. Here we can see open. So if it is open for facility, I have to send this mail. If this is open, electrical department, I want to send this mail. And this is open, then facility department, I have to send the mail. This is once again the facility. This is for the plumbing department. So they are requested, there is some problem in the plumbing. So based on the email ID, it should send the mail wherever it's open. So you will have multiple opens here. And I don't want to open this file every day morning. It should automatically scan through it and it should automatically send a mail. Until the status is open, it will send a mail. If the status is closed or status is resolved, it will not send a mail. Okay. So we are going to read through this entire Excel file and we have to check one by one. Last session only one row, but here multiple rows it has to check. As usual, first let us make this as dynamic table. Control T, Control L. Okay. Control T, Control L. I'm saying okay. And this is TBL. FMR. Facility Maintenance Request. FMR. While giving a name for the table, there are some constraints. It should start with alphabet, no space, no special characters. Space is not allowed, special characters are not allowed. It should start with the alphabet. Okay, so we are given a name, enter to accept it. Save and close. But maybe if you want, you can put some other IDs also here. You can put some other IDs here. You can add some other IDs. Since these are not the valid ID, just for a sample we are given ID. So you can put your company, your electric company, electrical department, maybe in a live data, not now, maybe in a live data you can put your own IDs here on your live data. But this is just a sampling. So I'm going to give some dummy IDs, my own IDs maybe. Okay, so let us go to the flow. 12 we have done, maybe let us try the next one. Create instant cloud flow, manual trigger of a flow. Maybe it's 13 FMR. 13 FMR. Create. No input here. We are not going to get any input here. It should scan through the entire document, entire file. Row by row it has to check. Every row it has to check. So click on the plus here. There is a connector action called as list. List rows from Excel. List rows. Excel online. List row present in a table. List row present in a table. If you are using SharePoint, you can guess there is an option called as get list. Get list. If it is SharePoint, it's get list. So since it's a Excel, maybe SharePoint also will try to connect in the afternoon. Now it's list row. List row from a table. List row in a table. List row in a table. So click on this list row in a table. Once again, select the file name, that is OneDrive for Business. Next one is the OneDrive. Again, Next one, here it will not ask for your key column. No key column here because we are not going to check the key column. We are going to check the entire document, which is the file Power Automate August 2026 Power Automate exercise, table name TBL FRM. One more thing has to be checked. What is the another thing? Yes. One more. No key column here. So one more thing I told you to make it as a practice, make it as a habit. ISO. Go to show all. Date format. You can see when I scroll down, there is a date format available here. Make it as ISO 8601. Otherwise, your date will not be treated as a date. Date will be treated as a number. Then it may throw an error. Anyway, I don't know whether we have the date column here. If you have the date column, in next session we are going to use some dates. Yes. Now, what are we going to check is, in that Excel file, we are going to check wherever the status is open. If the status is open and I want to send a mail, so that this employee has requested something, what is the department, what is the item category, what is the location, what is the request date, and to this particular facility team I want to send a mail. So I think it should send 3 or 4 mails, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mails to 7 different departments. So you can send a mail or you can put it on the Teams also as of now, or you can send a mail also, your wish. So let me first check the condition. Click on the plus again. Control or condition. Now for the condition, after giving a condition, you will see a small change here. Let me give a condition. What is my condition is this column. Which column is Thunderbolt? The column name is status. Where is it? Status. Now you would have noted for the first time, you would have noted Power Automate has automatically created a looping for us for each. After giving the condition, before giving the condition, you would have not seen this for each. Now you can see for each. That means it will go each and every row. First row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row. Each and every row until the table is completed. 1000 rows means it will check with all the 1000 rows. All the 1000 rows it will check. 100 rows it will check with the 100 rows. So that's why it's saying each and every, for each. So status is open. When status is open, the condition what I said is if the status is open, then it will come to the true part here. It will come to the true part. Click on the plus symbol. You decide whether you want to send a mail or you want to send a Teams message. You can send a mail to this particular ID. But as of now, I will go with, I don't want so many mails. I just to put it onto my post a message. I'm going to post a message in my chat or in my channel. I will post a message. Maybe the user. Where I'm going to post it in my channel. Which channel? The channel name and channel ID. What is the message? Maybe subject, dear facility team, a new request is currently open. Request ID, issue category, location, requested by, requested date. So I'm going to put this message. Yes. Some message, but I want all the things here. Request ID. So I want the request ID here. Go to Thunderbolt again. Yes. Subject, but I am putting a Teams channel, so I don't have a subject in Teams channel. Mail you have to put a subject. Now team channel I am not putting the subject. So sorry. Here Thunderbolt, and what is the first one is request ID. See more, or you can go to the search box and you can do it. Request ID is the first one. Second one is what is the issue category. Thunderbolt. Issue category. Then the location. Thunderbolt again. See more. Location. The request date, you can change it to the date format. Here, if you are not using the ISO, then it may throw an error. If you didn't use that ISO format in the request date, it may throw an error. So you should have used that ISO format. And you have to change it to Indian format also. Yesterday we did it format, date and time. So let us say this requested by the employee name. The last one is request date. So request date, I am not going to enter the request date. Let us go to FX, format, date and time, open bracket, inside it the dynamic content, I will put the date, request date, comma, single quote, DD, hyphen, capital M, 1M, 2M, 3M or 4M for January, February, March, hyphen, Y, small y's should be smaller. Only M should be in capital. Because M has two meanings. One is for small m is for minutes, capital M is for months. It will do something like item for each. That's okay. Each row items are there. It will give you something. Don't worry about it. Add. Yes. And as I indicated, it's not required that file has to be opened. It's not required. Your system has to be opened. Instead of manual trigger, if you made auto trigger every day morning, 9 o'clock, it should open that Excel file. It should check the entire row. Wherever it's open, I want to send a mail. Every day morning or every week. Something like. Let me test it here. Saved it. Yes. Test. Manual. Test. It will sign into two things. One is Excel Online. Another one is the Teams. Run a flow. Actually, I should get multiple messages. Correct. Yes. Wherever it's open, I should get a message. You can see 7 or 8 activities are open here. 6017, 6019, 6020. I am saying the request IDs 6022, 6024, 6026, 6027, 6029. These are all the requests still open. Wherever the request is open, and maybe it should send a mail to the concerned peoples, but I am just putting it as a message in my Teams. But automatically it should send the mail to the concerned department automatically. 7 mails to the 7 different departments. Yes. It will not be. You will not get a table. It will be as a message. Message content. Table will not be there. As of now. As of now, table is not possible. You have to put a table at the end of the row, in the column. You have to put the Grid lines, as of now, it's not there. Maybe near future, it may come in Power Automate. As of now, you can put it as a message on. Table you cannot do.
I cannot teach everything starting. First to check one condition, now you can check. Always checking multiple conditions. For this, no need to open the file. Automatically checks the multiple conditions. If there is only one, then you can go. The RAM. This one is you're using some dates. Now, save because even though it's not the date, if you are getting the data from external Excel or anything, make this as any external data. Save
Okay. Next we will see about scheduling the mail. Before scheduling the mail, probably I want you to try one small here, then we'll go for the scheduling the mail. Maybe this one. Low stock alert. Here you will face one small challenge. Low stock alert. Create a Power Automate flow to read the inventory stock Excel table. The current stock and minimum stock. Current stock is lesser than the minimum stock. Wherever the current stock is lesser than the minimum stock, I should send the mail to the warehouse manager. So the condition is the current stock. Let me open the same Excel file. First time you are going to check one column with another column here. So let us go to the fourth one, inventory stock level monitoring. Wherever my current stock is lesser than, here my current stock is 120, minimum stock is 100, no problem, this we can leave it. But here minimum stock is 200, but the current stock is 150. So we have only 150 as a stock, it's lesser than the minimum stock. So I have to send a mail to this, engine oil is lesser to us. In warehouse B, engine oil is very lesser, so we have to send a mail or you have to send a Teams request to them. So you have to check the minimum stock with the current stock. Wherever my current stock is lesser than the minimum stock, you have to send a mail. So this is what I want you to try. Wherever you cannot write a formula and function in Excel also for this, because I have to check with two columns. Even you cannot use a filter for it. In Excel, what is a filter for it? How can I use the filter? How can I check two columns and apply the filter? It's tougher here, but I want you to try this. If my current stock is lesser than the minimum stock, send a mail. Okay, try this. Low stock alert. Create a Power Automate flow to read the inventory stock Excel table. If the current stock is lesser than the minimum stock, send a mail to the warehouse manager. You have to check one column with another column. One column has to be checked with another. And remember, both the columns are numbered. Both the columns. And they are given one more, stock shortage. What is the shortage of stock? If you want, you can display that also using the formula. You can use the formula also here. Try. So create a flow, current stock is lesser than the minimum stock. Very done. Over. Wait for another few minutes. Any challenges? Done? Anyone? Got it? How, how many mails are, how many messages? How many are shortage? I don't know. How many items are low stock? Fifteen. 15 items. As of now, as I indicated, it will go as a 15 mail or 10 mails. In future, you may get it as a table. As of now, there. Okay. So I'm going to try now. Let us come to that Excel. First, let us make this as dynamic table. Control T, Control L. Okay. So let us give a name for it. It's TBL. Inventory ISLM. So ISLM, inventory stock level monitoring. So we have converted as a dynamic table. Then close this. Then come to Power Automate. Create instant cloud flow. Actually, as the indicated, don't make it as an instant cloud flow. You can make this as automated cloud flow. So every day or every week, Monday, you have to open this flow. Every day, Monday, we have to scan through the inventory. Wherever the inventory low, we have to send a mail. It should be automated flow. Since we are checking now, that's why I'm using the manual flow. Otherwise, prefer to go with automated flow. Every week, every month, which we did yesterday. Yesterday, we did this, right? Automated cloud flow and... scheduled cloud flow, and you can put it as a scheduled every week or everything. Every week, Monday, this flow should run. What is the time? So every week, Monday, this flow should run. So you can specify that and you can run this flow. But as of now, I'm going with the manual flow. Unfortunately, I forgot 13, 14. 14. What is the name of the flow? Is inventory stock level monitoring. Manual trigger. Create. So plus symbol. List rows from the table. List row present in a table. List row present in a table. Select the OneDrive business, OneDrive again, file, Power Automate, August 2026, Power Automate exercise, the table name, TBL ISLM. And next one is advanced parameter. Make it as a practice, make it as a habit. If you are using a date, I don't know whether we have the date column here, but it's better always make it as practice and make it as a ISO 8601. Let us go to the plus symbol here. Condition, that is controls. Condition. Here is a challenge. Two things you can do. One is you can check the condition here itself. I think yesterday we will use a condition in the next session probably. You can use the FX and there is an option available. Greater than, less than, you can check it here also. There is an option of less than or equal to. You can straight away apply the formula. But I'm not going to apply the formula. We'll see how to apply the formula in the next session. Now click on this FX again. What has to be done here? Int, open bracket, dynamic content. What is the column name is? We have to check whether the stock, current stock, int of current stock, add is lesser than. Once again, I click here, choose value. First time we are checking with the two conditions, which we didn't do. I don't know whether we did it yesterday. We didn't do yesterday also. Thunderbolt again. Sorry, FX again. Click on FX. Int again. Int, open bracket, dynamic content. We have to check with current stock has to be checked with minimum stock. Add. Yes, add. Wherever my current stock, int of current stock is lesser than int of minimum stock. Int, both are int because both are numbers. So you have to use int here. Int of current stock is lesser than int of actual stock, minimum stock. If it is lesser than, then come to the true part. plus here post a message, or you can send a mail also. I'm going to post a message, user, in a channel as usual. Which channel? Channel ID. Yes. What is the message? Dear manager, so dear manager, below is the minimum stock level, item name, current stock and minimum stock. Let us put the item name here. So I want to put the item name, Thunderbolt. See more, name of the item, item name. Next one, current stock. So here I have to put the current stock. Once again the Thunderbolt. See more, current stock. Next line is my minimum stock. I don't know whether everyone has did the shortage of stock. Let me try that. Thunderbolt again. See more. What is it? Minimum stock. Here I want to give something like shortage, stock shortage. That is minimum stock minus the current stock. Minimum stock minus the current stock. What is the shortage of my stock? Minimum stock minus current stock. So what can I do now? Delete this and go for FX. Then very good. SUB, open bracket, dynamic content. So maybe below that, int it's required or not, but let us put a int of current stock. Sorry, 2 times I have pressed. 2 times I have pressed the current stock. Okay. So int of current stock, comma, int of minimum stock. Yes. Sub, int of current stock, comma, int of minimum stock. So that I will get the stock shortage also. What is the shortage of stock? Sub is used for subtraction. So we are subtracting the current stock with the minimum stock. Right. Add. And what is the warehouse? In which warehouse we have the stock shortage? Thunderbolt again. See more. Warehouse. You cannot use that minus and plus, unfortunately. That's a challenge in Power Automate. Add means you have to say add. I think yesterday also we discussed this. Add means add, subtract means sub, multiplication is MUL, division is DIV. Save it. Test. Manually test. Yes. In my Teams. Yeah. I would have got a message. Dear manager, following items and the below stock levels is this. This is the item name. This is the current stock. This is the minimum stock. Shortage is this. Wherever we have a shortage, you would have got a message to that concerned. Which one? Int, you didn't do it. Int, int. Int of current stock gauge, comma, int of minimum stock. You had to use the int inside it. Then I'm getting it. 90, 20, 12. I will show you the condition. I will show you the message. Sub open bracket int current stock comma int minimum stock. Done.
First one is current stock, second one is yes. Very good.
Have you given the formula? We check on before testing. We check the formulas. What do you? First, we will start from this hardest.
Okay. Yes. Save. The next challenge is, let me open that same Excel file. I think almost we are in the finishing stage of this Excel. Reminder tracker. In reminder tracker, what are we going to do? Low stock alert, we did it. Scheduled action. We are going to make a scheduled action now. For flow for a scheduled action. Due date reminder alert. Based on the due date reminder alert. So create a Power Automate flow to read the reminder management Excel table. If the due date is today, if the due date is happening today, and the status is open, we'll do it later. Maybe today, whenever the due date is today, automatically send a reminder mail to the responsible person. First, let us try with this due date today. Status open, we'll do it in the next part. And what is the message is reminder date due date today. Today we have to, this is a activity which is due today. What is the activity name? What is the department? What is the priority, due date, and other things. So, what are we going to do is, let us open that Excel file. It should scan through the entire Excel file. And it should not send a mail to everyone. It should send a mail only to this activity. This activity is due today, 20th August. If I close it and open it, maybe 22nd there is a due date. This activity is on, medical checkup is on 22nd. So on 22nd morning, it should send a mail, not today. So only the due date, wherever the due date falls today, it should send a mail to this concerned person. And what is the reminder type, what is the department, what is the reference number, who is the responsible person, responsible email address. So only on the date it has to send a mail, the specific date, not before or after. I think as per this table, I should send one mail to this. Fire institution inspection safety, that should happen today. That's a reminder. So we have to send today morning, we have to send this mail. Okay. So let us see how to do the same. Like we'll do one more. First we'll finish up this as usual. We'll convert this table into a dynamic table. Control T, Control L. Control T, Control L. Okay. Okay. And we'll give a meaningful name. TBL RT.
reminder tracker. So I have given TBL RT, that's a reminder tracker. Close this file. Power Automate. Create. As I indicated, this also should be a scheduled flow. Every day morning we should run this flow. Every day morning we should run this flow, make it as a scheduled flow. But as of now, for a testing purpose, I am going to use the manual flow only as of now. But for your live data, otherwise every day morning this will open. That's why I don't want to do this. So now as of now, we'll go with the instant cloud flow. Maybe I think it's 15. Reminder RT. Reminder tracker. Manual trigger. Create. No inputs here. It should every day morning it should open and it should check whether due date falls today. Send a mail. Go to plus symbol and what is the plus symbol? List. List rows from the table. List rows present in a table. List row present in a table, and here very important that ISO, because we are using the date as the main priority here. So OneDrive business, OneDrive again, the file name, again the folder name, Power Automate, August, Power Automate exercise, the table name, once again the table name is TBLRT. Very important here, you have to change this to ISO because we are dealing date here. So it's very important, you have to change it to ISO 8610. Okay. Now the next very important. So as usual, these are all as usual what we did. Click on the plus again. Condition. First time we are going to do a small change here. Condition. The condition. Actually we have to check that due date is equal to today's date. By default in my Excel, the due date is as per some format DD, MMM, YYY. But today, how can I get today? There is a feature for getting today's function in Power Automate. UTC? Now, very good. But that format will be as per US format YYY, MMDD. So you have to first change the format and you have to check. So here changing the format here and checking the format here, it's a little bit complex. So what I will do is click here on the condition, choose value and go to FX here, FX. And we are going to use one more function here, equal. So I want to check whether two dates are equal. The due date and today's date are equal. Both the due dates and today's date, if both are equal, then send a mail. So I am going to use the equals function. Equals function here because the format is different. So you cannot use int here. You cannot use date here. One date is another format, another date is another format. So first time we are going to use the formula here itself. So equal, let us say open bracket, close bracket, equals what? Format date and time. Format date and time. Open bracket, format date and time. First is equal, format date and time. Which date and time? Dynamic content, or you can first I will check with the UTC now. If UTC now is equal to due date is equal to UTC now. Both are same, right? Because we are checking equal to. You can check anything first. Maybe I'll go with UTC now first. UTC now. UTC now, comma. What is the format? single quotes, DD, hyphen, M. Always prefer to put 3 triple M's because sometimes if the date is lesser than 10, 11, 12, then it may lead to a confusion. That's why I'm using 3 M's, hyphen, Y, 4 Y's. So if the equals the format date UTC now, what is the format? Come to this bracket, comma, I want to check this now date is equal to another date. Which date? That is the due date. That's the due days. So here also you have to go for the same format, date and time, because that's a different format. So format, date and time, open bracket. Bracket should be closed properly. That's very vital. I will explain this again. First, let me finish it off and check. Go to dynamic content. Which one is due date? So I selected the due date. First format UTC is for current date. Next format, date and time. Format, date and time. What is the format? You can say comma, single quote. The format is same format. DD, hyphen, M, hyphen, Y, 4 Y's. So I'm checking whether the UTC now is equal to the due date. If both are equal, that's why I used the function called as equals on the first. Equals, whether the UTC now is equal to the date, the due date. If both are equal, add. So I clicked on add. So I checked the condition here itself. I'm not doing anything. I check the condition here. Instead of checking 2 conditions, if the UTC now is equal to that due date, sometimes it may not work because this is a different format, this is a different format, ISO standard format. So let us try this. Then I will explain it again also. Now if it is true, I will come here, go to the plus symbol. I will post a message. Post message.
Sir, value nominative, sir?
Nothing. Because I already selected my equals. Value nothing. There is no value. What is the value? So change connection. Sorry. For you no connection. And I will post a message. User post in channel. Which channel? Maybe a particular channel. Yes. What is the content of the mail? Let us say, sorry. This is a reminder for a following activity is due today. Dear the responsible person, the person name has to be displayed here. So let me display the person name. Thunderbolt. See more. Reference as a responsible person name. This reminder is following activity is due today. Let me bold it. What is the reminder type? So the reminder type I want to display here. Thunderbolt again. See more. Reminder type. The reference name, I want to put the reference name. Thunderbolt. Reference name, department. Maybe you can display, maybe I'll finish off with the department. Priority I don't want, like this you can display everything. Department name, Thunderbolt. Department name. Priority is high priority. That are all the things. If you want, you can display it also. priority, once again the Thunderbolt, once again the Seymour, priority. Actually due date, I'll already mention due date is today, and remarks, if you want you can display it, but I'm not displaying anything. Please take a necessary action. Regards. That's all. Okay. I think I already set up that ISO format. Save it. I think that Excel file should be closed. I think it's already closed. Now I should get, as per my thing, I think I should get only one mail, one message, that fire extinguishing message. Test. Manual test. Run a flow. Done. What happened? Is it taking some time? Maybe let me try one thing. Both are equal, as he has told. I didn't put anything on the value because output of this value should be true. But I don't know the case sensitive. Let us say that without case sensitive, I'm saying that it's true. If both are equal, the answer should be true. What he said is correct. I missed that. True. Let me check whether this equal, the due date and today's date is equal to true. I am just, I'm not 100% confirmed the T is capital or smaller. Let me try with smaller. If not okay, I'll try with the capital. Save. Let me check again. Test. Manual. Test. Run a flow. That's what. 2. I'm not getting it. Let us say T as capital. I got a mail. I didn't get any message as of now. But time is not required. Let me check whether my condition is okay. Equals UTC now DD MMM YYY. Due date DD MMM YYY. I think it's correct. Format, date and time. So we have a data falling today. Let me check whether my data is correct. Today is 20 August 26. This one. 1 minute. Just a minute, I will check one thing. T is smaller only. Oh, sorry. Okay, my mistake. What is the mistake is, it should be as per international format, because it's not allowing. Edit, I'll go to the condition, I'll check the condition, I click here. Even though whatever the format is, you have to check with the international format only. That's a problem for us. So here it's not DD, MM, YY. So it should be based on the international format only. YYY, then MM, then DD. So UTC now 4 Ys, MM, DD. So because it's not allowing the Indian format here, ISO international format. So same like here, first all the Ys, Y, 4 Ys, hyphen, MM capital, hyphen, DD smaller. So we have to check with the international value only. This I missed.
I changed the equal to whatever two date you consider. This equal to another rate is coming.
You can do that also. I want to check this formula also. That's another reason. Even you can check here one, here one. So true. Save. Oh, I think it should work. YY, MM, DD equals. One more is you can put at UTC now and you can put this here also. That's not a problem. But I think this should work. YY, MM, DD. Sorry. YY, MM, DD. Should be correct. Let me see one more time. For me also, I am not getting that mail. No, that's why it is not satisfying the condition. I did it just a few minutes before I did. YYY, MM, DD. I think it's correct only. Equals. Maybe the last one I will try, otherwise we will try it independently, separately also. First we will try this, then I will put separately and check. Last one I am trying, but if it is not working, I will select separately. 2 T capital smaller. Then no other go, I have to check it separately. Yes. So I thought of using that equal to, I thought of teaching that equal to symbol, but I think it's not coming properly for me. So better to check it individually. How can I check this individually? First here you can say FX. What is the first one? Format. Date and time, open bracket, UTC now. So like you see now, comma, single quote, YYY hyphen hyphen DD. So under this UTC now, add it is equal to, once again the FX, format date and time, open bracket, dynamic content, see more, due date, comma, single quote, YYY hyphen DD. Add. So I used both separately. I thought of using that equal to function. I think it's not doing. Save. Test. It's taking more time for me.
Below to the true, one more each thing.
Clear.
Two kilo each வந்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம்
Clear. It's not that. I used many times. Why it's showing an error today?
The date format where we got ISO, here you change.
YYMMDD, correct? Here also YYMMDD. What is it?
Before you select ISO,
You are saying here. I selected yes. You said you don't want.
DDMMM, YYY, it is fine.
Let me try. You are saying I should use the DDMMYY format. Thought of finishing one more concept before the break. Still, I'm not getting it. I used to several times. Why? Maybe my date format is any problem. I don't know. I'll check. But in equals also you should have got it. I don't know what is the issue here. Same thing, I have created a flow. 2 or 3 days before only I have created one flow. Same feature I did, it's working fine. Let me check that. Reminder based on this date. So same thing I used it here. ISO condition equal format item due date is equal to now. I think that's worked fine. I don't know what is the problem. Maybe one final thing I will try. Maybe first due date, then the today's date. That's the only final thing I can try. Almost I tried everything. That also I used it here, I don't know. Format, date and time, items, due date, YYY, MM, DD and UTC, YY, MM, DD. Time up. Okay. So one will try, otherwise I will decode it after the break. First we'll try this part, finish it off this part. Sometimes we will stuck up something like this. YYY hyphen MM hyphen DD. Next one is format, date and time. Open bracket UTC now. Last try, I'll try, maybe, otherwise I will try to decode it after the break. No, I'm not getting it right. I'll try to decode it after the break. And another thing, what I thought file is opened. That's the reason I don't. Okay, as I told, we'll try to solve it. We'll try to dig after the break. One thing we have to see here is the last one in the Excel we have to see is this one, employee data. Who is having birthday today? Who is having birthday or date of joining today? We can send same concept. That part we have to do. Then we have to jump into Power Apps and Power Automate and the approvals. Probably we'll see it in the after the break since it's 12:30 already. So I'm pausing the video recording. We'll try to decode it sooner. I'll